My name's Keith, and I'm the vocalist in the Circle Jerks. We were all rehearsing and hanging out at a place called the Church in Hermosa Beach. At the church, we had Red Cross in one room, we had Black Flag in one room. A lot of history in this building. I'd been in Black Flag for about 3 years, 2.5, 3 years. Greg had been in Red Cross. What was happening with both of the bands was that both Greg Hetson and myself were not getting along with the people in the bands. Greg was already kind of on his way out. He was just, holding on by a thread. I quit Black Flag about 2.5, 3 weeks earlier.
Greg Hetson, playing the Circle Jerks like the shoe. The day that I quit Red Cross, I was standing in line waiting to go in to see a show at the Whiskey. Keith was there, heard me say that I quit the band, and he basically said, "Beat those guys, let's start our own band, man." That's pretty much what happened, and started the Circle Jerks.
The connection with us in VANS is the fact that I grew up in VANS when I lived at the beach, but this was like 35 years ago. The VANS deck shoe, that's what we call them, deck shoes, was part of our uniform.
Well, one of the cool things about working with VANS and having them do a shoe with us is it's always been synonymous with our type of music, punk rock and skating and going crazy and expressing yourself and thinking outside the box, so it kind of worked.
The artwork itself was a photo that was shot in a bowl in a skate park down in Marina del Rey. We gathered everybody down in the bowl, took the photo, and that's the cover of Group Sex.
At the time, we recorded it in 1980, and the Cold War was pretty much still at its height. Ronald Reagan was in office, and there was always a threat of war against the Soviet Union and nuclear proliferation. And so we kind of had this socialist political commentary album. We were kind of political, but in a lighthearted way. We kind of took it as, we didn't want to preach, we just wanted to get our point across, but also have a sense of humor as well. That's kind of what that was all about. Well, we picked this album artwork because it kind of just represents a turning point in mine and everybody's in the band's career. It was our first record. It was an important release for us, and people say it's a classic, so what the heck.
Wait till we get the high tops going. Once we get the high tops going, you can wear a pair of Circle Jerks high tops. You're guaranteed to get laid.
I'm putting it on now, I'm taking it.